Hey Tarek, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hey, give me 2 minutes, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Hi Jay, good morning. Hi Jay, good morning. Can you hear me?
He said he'd be back in like 2 minutes at 6:58. So
Okay, Tara, thank you.
yeah.
Hello, welcome. Hey Yuvraj, Sippy, and Suren.
Hi.
All good. Hey Yuvraj, um, have I invited you? Like, do you have your email ID? I just want to confirm.
Invitation for?
Correct. I mean, the Gmail invite, is it there in your calendar or not?
Yeah, I have invite.
It's there,
Yeah.
right? Because only when you join, it says admit. For others, it does not.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay.
Let us give another 4 more minutes to people to join. But until then, if anybody has got question about yesterday's, feel free to ask me. Or else, if you go to SaturdAI.com, the website, I have done some changes, and I'm adding more content. And most of it today, let us go through these website pages only. I'll share my screen in a minute. We will start in like maximum 4 minutes. But, admit Jnanakannan K. Hey Jnanakannan, welcome. Can you give a quick intro of yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, Jnanakannan. Go ahead. Give us some quick intro of you, because this is the first day you're joining, no? Can you tell us about yourself?
Sir, I am Nyalakanan from MPNMG Engineering College, sir.
Okay,
In Erode, sir.
super. Good to know. And
Yes, sir.
how have you used AI already?
Sir, um,
Hello, good morning.
Hey, morning. Welcome to all. I'll start in another 2 minutes. It is 7:03 in my clock. Let us give people 2 more minutes. Give me 1 second after that. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, we are 10 people here. Let us give just 2 more minutes for anybody else who wants to join.
Jay,
Yeah,
uh, like the resources, like the handouts, these are things you have posted in a website, right? You're
correct.
posting it in a
Let me
website.
share my screen in a minute now. And and actually this all the session, I think we are going to go ahead with this website only, because
Okay.
I will, even the slides, I just want to put it as a page here. And let me know you all can see the screen.
We can see it.
Super, thank you.
SaturdAI.com. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I hope you all know this is SaturdAI.com, AI, like instead of AY, it is just AI. Okay, now before I start, I just want to ask you a question, because yesterday, whatever the session we had, does anybody has got any questions? So that I would prefer to answer the questions and then go from there. Or let me start, and anybody think of any question, immediately stop me. Don't even, like, wait for even me to stop or to do anything. Okay. Okay. So now, as okay, Sabarish has joined. Hey, Sabarish. Okay, intro we can go to later. Now, for the even to the new audience, this is what we covered yesterday. See, first we should, like, I don't start anything without understanding the big picture or the full picture. And yesterday, what we discussed is there are people in this world who does not know about AI, or who does not care about AI, and who does not want to learn about AI. There will always be such people. That is not our problem. And we, in our personal life, we will make use of AI and going to improve our personal life. And similarly, wherever we are working, almost all the companies wants the employees, whether you are dev or ops or secops or salesperson or manager, anybody and everything, the enterprises want every single employee to use AI to become a 2x salesperson, a 5x developer, a 3x security person. Like me, uh, as I've told you yesterday also, I become a 3x to 5x engineer in my DevOps work. And I've got like 25 years of experience in it. And this AI is like awesome, better than me. So in my professional life, or you could be a, like, a student or a professor, or uh, developer, manager, in your professional life, you have to make use of AI and improve yourself, so that we will have our job, right? And then uh, we I mean, this is step one, right? Step two. Step three is that after we understand all these things, we ourselves has to build the AI component, because all AI components, like everything in the world, is all free and open source. 100% free and open source. There is no need to pay any money to anybody. There is so much open source in this AI world. You can just take all those blocks, take this LLM, and take this RAG, and take this agentic AI. Everything is free. Nobody need to pay any money. I mean, the only money the employers has to pay is for the compute which they are going to have that in a data center inside either their premises or in a fenced off cloud, right? So the employers will pay money. They are not cheap. It might be hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Okay, but that is employer's job. But we are going to learn lots of free and open source software and deploy it to the employer, and then support it, manage it, and then enhance it and optimize it. And that is one job for the next 5, 10, 15 years is going to be open. But obviously, I'm not expecting everybody here to start building AI. Like, even if you use AI for your personal life and professional life effectively, that itself I would consider as a success for us. But learning this is a good skill for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And then there are large AI companies like whose only job is to make the best LLM and invent something new technology, make it cheaper and give it to the whole world. Like, ChatGPT or Claude or Google Gemini and DeepSeek and many of these things. So this is what we covered yesterday. And the other analogy I can use is, if you use AI in your personal life, it is like, driving a car. And if you don't use it, it is just walking. No harm, like no criticism on people to walk, right? But then here, our job is like building a car. Like, take free and open source software, and this is not hugely complex. That's my whole point. In 1 to 3 months, like if you're already a DevOps engineer or a experienced developer, in like 1 to 3 months, we can set some components, and in 3 to 6 months, we can build everything from scratch. And this area, the whole world is learning. Like, nobody has even perfected this. Okay, so this is what we discussed yesterday. I will stop here for a minute before I go to my next slide, so that I'll be happy to answer a question, because understanding the big picture is like, a requirement. We cannot escape. Okay. And then even previous slide, if you have questions, stop me. Okay. And then this is the next thing. Actually, honestly, I want to tell you, when cloud came in 2010, I was a Linux administrator from year 2000 to 2010. When I saw cloud came in 2010, like AWS, Amazon Cloud, the first emotion I had was wow, and the second emotion I had was fear. Because like setting up a Linux server takes like weeks and months. Buy the server and rack it and stack it and power it and put network. Even to add one server, it will take like up to a month sometimes, because you should get the cooling correct and power and then network cable and networking, everything you have to do. And then if you have to have like 10 servers, it will take like 3 months, right? So fear, but then I mastered cloud, life is good. Then Kubernetes came. When I first saw Kubernetes like 10 years ago, my first emotion was wow. Second emotion is fear. I'm going to lose my job, because Kubernetes can do the job of 100 system administrators 24/7 without asking question. So I had to master Kubernetes so that I can do like 20 system administrator job. And I can, this is like for real, that 19 other system administrator job might have shrunk now, and the whole world is going to Kubernetes. And I knew AI is going to come even 10 years ago, but until ChatGPT came, I was not sure. So when AI come, now this is my point. See, now let us assume I can become a 5x engineer, right? developer. So the fundamental statement is, let us assume there are, like, say, 10 developers in a company, and 2 of them learn AI, and each of them become 5x engineers. Then the problem is the other 8 people whose productivity is like 1x. The senior management is going to see this, and then they will fire the eight people, because 2 people are doing 10 people's job. Productivity has increased. So this is my fear. I as a DevOps engineer, if we are 5 DevOps in this company, and if that one DevOps engineer who becomes 5x engineer, they will keep him or her, and 4 people they are going to let go when the market goes sideways, any budget cut comes, and the senior management is always looking how can we save money. And especially in North America, people will let go without any emotion, right? If they think, hey, we can save $100,000, like by keeping 2 people who have become 5x engineer now, let us fire the other 3 people. They will, without thinking twice, they will do it. Okay, so now this is what you should keep in mind. If AI becomes like 5x engineer, it's not that. Oh, and one more key thing also. Let us assume there are 5 people, and then they let go 3 people. These 2 people almost always they cannot let go. Whether it is a developer or a DevOps or a security person or a QA, at least there should be one person. So that, like, they will take the accountability and the responsibility that this is done. A director or a program manager or a CEO or a CFO, they are not going to like build an code and build an application. They are not going to test the application. Let us say there's hundreds of application, and they are not going to secure the application because they are looking at the vision and at a high level and all those things, right? So at least one person is needed when there are 5 people. If there are 10 people, at least they need 2 people. And then let us assume it's a 24/7 support. To do 24/7 support, you at least need 5 people, because in 24 hours you will have 3 person, and then you have to have the weekend shift, and even if one person is sick or off, so you should have an additional 1 person. So if you're a DevOps for any critical application, there will be at least 5 people. You cannot have like 0 people in the evenings. So there will still be jobs, but the fear is that because of your teammate who has become a 5x engineer, 5x DevOps, 5x QA, because of him or her, we will lose job. This is my fear. Do you all agree with this thing? And I'll also tell you, Sanjay does not agree with this point of view. What Sanjay says is, no, daddy, there will always be more requirement for job, and then it is going to expand, and the whole world is going to create lots of new applications. So there'll be more jobs. But when I look at the real market, I see any management, if they can cut cost by removing a guy, an employee, I think they will lean towards it. They're not going
Yeah, I am with Sanjay.
No, Suren, I have seen in North America, when the firing happens, they are merciless. And even from the past 6 months, this year you see lots of large companies are firing tens of thousands of people. And the main reason they are giving is because of AI, our productivity has increased, so we are firing people. Right, Suren? You don't agree with that?
No, even then, like there may be people like you who have become 5x and 10x and still save their job. And as we discussed yesterday, when FDE is going to have a huge demand, then again we are going to get the opportunities.
But that is my point. The 5,000 FTEs is enough to take the role of 100,000 developers. That is my point.
Agree.
So as a whole, we are going to lose jobs. So we should all become we have to become 5. Everybody has to become a 5x engineer to retain our job.
Correct.
Thank you. Okay. And anybody has got any other different opinion, or people are still confident? No, even without AI, I'm going to survive.
So with a skill gap also, people lose job, right, Jay?
Yes, see, Yuvraj, if the economy goes down, market is down, people will lose job. But the thing is, this is going to escalate the job losses faster.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
While we have seen so many changes, but
Correct.
AI is something different. But the problem here with
Hmm.
the AI, there are so many opportunities are there, but where people lack skill,
Hmm.
because of that, they have to go out. Unless see, there are two factors, Jay.
Hmm.
As per my perspective, one,
Hmm.
if we are more experienced, so definitely our way of thinking will be lesser compared to the younger people. That is
Okay.
one thing.
Hmm.
And another thing, like a skill gap, as I mentioned, AI is something different where you have to adapt to the AI.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Okay.
these are the 2 points.
Right. So we all have to adapt. That's the key.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are out. Thank you. Aditya, please go ahead. Share your comment.
Yeah, Jay. So I already posted it on the group as well and the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I believe is due to overhiring during pandemic.
Yeah.
Now people
Correct.
realize that okay, this is too much. Number
Hmm.
two, a lot
Hmm.
of companies are investing heavily into AI infrastructure.
Hmm.
Like you had shown that so Adobe did the recent layoffs because they were under debt. So they need a lot of funding from these angel investors and whatnot. And the best way to cut that off is like, okay, let's remove our QA, let's remove our thing. Basically, the aircraft is becoming heavy
Hmm.
that it
Hmm.
is not able to fly.
Hmm.
So it is starting to cut off one engine, saying like I can manage 5x with the other engines, right? So eventually, what's going to happen is AI slop is going to contribute to horrible bugs, more
Yeah.
vulnerabilities, and
Correct.
like you said, people are going to come back,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah.
expectations on them might be different. That is one perspective. Number two, what I've seen happen is whenever a new tool comes in and people really love using it, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason to it.
Hmm.
Like this famous person called Kunal Shah says,
Yeah.
generally, a tool is supposed to solve for efficiency, and
Okay.
inefficiency creates way more jobs than efficiency, right? So
Correct.
people who are inefficient, their job loss or their transition might be difficult.
Hmm.
Basically, anytime like Kubernetes came or this came, it displaces job rather than directly dispose. But the transition period might be difficult for people who are finding it difficult to evolve.
Right.
Yeah, that is my perspective. So it's not like
Even in
job directly.
Kubernetes, right, Aditya?
Yeah.
See, yes, I agree. There is more server, more computing everybody is using. But if I were to be adamant, no, I had 10 years of Linux experience, I will stick with Linux. Then my job are going to be very limited and maybe low paying job.
Correct.
That is the risk. So similarly here, if we don't leverage ourselves, then whoever is going to leverage is going to win.
Yeah,
Key point.
that is true. That is true.
Correct. Yeah. So, and obviously, fortunately, people who are experienced and having some expertise is needed. I can give you a couple of examples. Around 1.5 years ago, I wanted to upgrade a node pool in Kubernetes cluster. Then, as you like 1.5 years ago only, I asked ChatGPT initially. Actually, from the past nearly 1 year, I'm mostly using Claude, but before that, previously, I used to use ChatGPT. I asked it, okay, give me the command to upgrade this node pool. It said, delete, create a new node pool and then migrate all the workload and delete the old node pool. I saw that advice. I was very happy because that is foolish and unnecessary. In place upgrade is possible. Like if I have a node pool with 10 nodes, if I do this in place Kubernetes node pool upgrade, what it will do is it will add a node to the pool and then migrate all the pods into the new node and then cordon off and then delete one node. Like that, it will keep on adding one by one. So there is no downtime, there is no reconfiguration, there is no destruction. So when I saw that, I was happy because I, as a Kubernetes administrator, I'm more knowledgeable than this AI. So my job is guaranteed. If it were to be a junior guy or a developer or a QA or who is not a DevOps person, who is not having experience and expertise in Kubernetes, they would have blindly followed. Okay, let me add this node pool and then migrate everything with downtime and then delete the old node pool. right? So
Correct.
if you have like deep experience and how it actually works, I think still AI is catching up. But these days, after like 1.5 years, I'm seeing it is smart. But even like 3 weeks ago, there is one GCP Google uh, compute platform. There is a command to do in place change of the image. Even like few weeks ago, when I saw, neither Claude nor Gemini knew that command exists. It was introduced like around 6 months ago. So I knew because I read the documentation and I know how it works. So these
Correct.
AIs, they don't know the last 6 months information. Like some of them, they have like 2024 information only. Right? So real professionals like us who have been passionate about this, who have been working for the past 10 years and we have been there, done that, we know how to do it and we can get the help. So this is where a real seasoned, passionate professional who knows all the nitty-gritties, who knows the current information, who knows like, every single month, what is the new capabilities of this Kubernetes cluster. Now that no LLM can match.
Valid, valid.
Right?
It's
But
the combination of AI plus your personal judgment that comes from your own wisdom, which
yes.
kind of contradicts with what Yuva said. So Yuva was mentioning that the new people always catch up. No, not really necessarily. People who are in the system for a long time have seen the system evolve. They
Correct.
know the gaps and everything, provided they themselves keep themselves updated. So now AI becomes more like a tool that you can accelerate. So instead of going in an old ambassador car, you're going now in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
With some automations in place.
Yeah. And because of this, I can do more broad work. See, for example, I'm also adding skills like FinOps, like financial operations. Like I'm labeling everything using AI and I'm telling, okay, like the places where I work, they spend like tens of millions of dollars, right? And people don't know, like they create a server and they forget it. So in FinOps, first job is to label it and look at the utilization and report to whoever created the server. Hey, you are using only 10% of the server. Why do you need 8 CPU? Make it 2 CPU. I can send out an email, for example. And logging and reporting senior management to tell them this is how the cost is and this is how much it is wastage and this is our potential growth budgeting. So that area also I've gone. And then like not only am I DevOps engineer, now I'm also FinOps. And I also do a little bit of SecOps. I mean, earlier the security team used to be separate, but now I look at the code, look at the configuration, look at the deployments, everything. I can also do SecOps. So not only we have to do one job, even in the fringe, whatever we can little bit help, we have to say. So in the place like, I mean, again, this is again selfish. Let us assume there are 10 DevOps engineer, and then let us even assume 3 of them become like 5x engineer, and then they're thinking whom to fire. So now if I say I can do DevOps, I can do a bit of SecOps and then FinOps and then frontline, and I can do SRE, maybe there's more job guarantee for me to be here. So not only you should become 5x in your line, maybe you should from 0x, you should also become 0.5x in 3 other related areas. Sorry, these are the tricks I learned to have a job. I'm just sharing with some of the younger people.
I accept, yeah.
Okay. So now, anybody else got any other comments, questions before I go to the next slide? Okay. If there are no questions and comments, I would like to go to the next slide. Okay. So now this is actually a funny slide which I put. It is again extending what we spoke, and also honestly, I'm telling you, when I said fear is what I had when I saw cloud, and fear is what I had when I saw Kubernetes, and fear is what I had when I see this AI making everybody 5x engineer. Honestly, I'm telling you, we should not like shrink ourselves from fear. With this fear only, we have to plan, work hard. I believe this fear is what will push one to the next level. If this fear were not to be there, we will just sit as whatever we were there. So we should not fear the fear. We have to utilize this fear to push ourselves to go to the next level, so that we will have a better job guarantee, right? So in my humble opinion, fear is good if it pushes us to learn, to grow, and to become 2x, 3x, 5x engineer, and then be more productive and have a better job guarantee. So we need not cry or worry or shrink ourselves out of fear. That is my only next slide about this thing. I don't want to scare anybody. Just think this as an opportunity to learn and improve yourself and be ready for the future. Okay. And yeah, and then obviously, if you are not willing to learn, life is going to be tough. Obviously, in IT, which anybody would have seen, like if you are not willing to learn, that is a scary place to be, right? Okay. Now let me show the final slide here. Okay. Unfortunately, one second. There is one image I actually had, which I'm pushing it right now, which I would like to show. Oh, this starts with the first page. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The page is coming. It'll maybe I've not pushed it yet. Okay. See, the joke is, let me see if I can show you from this other picture here. This also, this I don't have an answer for this joke. Okay. Please have a look. In 2024, they say, hey, look, do prompt engineering, be an expert, and do all those things. And they're telling, be a vibe coder. And now agentic engineering is coming, where you are going to have 10 agents, one of them front-end agent, and another quad quality agent, back-end agent, QA agent, security agent, deployment agent, everything you're going to have, which actually I'm seeing, like lots and lots of people are having this. And then this idea of loop engineering is already come. For I'm seeing lots of loop engineering from last month. And the biggest worry is, even for the people who have mastered this AI, in like few years, maybe 5-10 years later, an AI is going to run the whole company. Right? This is the joke I just saw yesterday. But then at least we will have job another 5 to 10 years, is the joke part I just want to share with you all. But then don't fear, we will keep learning and then we'll keep improving. And I'll also tell you, like, I live in Calgary, which is not in Canada, which is not like technically a very developed city. Yesterday, like one of my friend was complaining, like somebody spent $75,000 to build like around 50-page static website, right? Which is like people, like, which can be done in 15 minutes if this is a static website by any prompt engineering. But actually they and told me like they paid like $75,000, big contract. It's like well-designed website or whatever. But then if you ask me, this website I built 100% with vibe coding, as they call it, right? So prompt engineering, vibe coding, agentic engineer, loop engineer, whatever it is developing. Hope we will, as I also told you, any team at least needs that one last guy, one last human. So hope we will be that human who's that. Okay, so now.
I just have one question, Jay. What is that loop engineer?
Okay, loop engineering is, okay, what has happened is recently, okay, now let me, this is new, okay, just brand new. See, now in agentic engineering, we create .md files, which says you be the QA, you be this thing, and when it's come to QA, it'll test, like, test, and all those things. You'll write one page how to be a QA. That is agentic engineering. So like that, you will have 10 pages, and then each page is like a command to the agent. And whatever you are selling, okay, test this application, test for 10 users, 100 users, 1000 users, functionality testing and load testing, every testing you will do, right? All those things. Now, we will only tell an agent that, hey, build a website which is like, let us say, reddit.com, like youtube.com or whatever. You just tell that thing, and this agent knows it has to create all these things, and it is going to run in a loop. And then you come back after 8 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours, your website will be built. You only tell once, build a website like Reddit, like yahoo.com, like Google search engine, or YouTube, or any website in the world. You just name it. Just you tell one agent, and that will do in a continuous loop. It is going to keep running for 4 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours, and they're going to finish you. And this agent will verify, oh, this agent I created for QA, has he done his job? How many test cases has this agent written? Everything this agent only will do. So this agent will run as loop, and then this agent will tell this person, hey, I have built a website, these are all the things, and he'll tell the summary. And this guy will spend like 5 minutes by looking and this thing, say, hey, these 9 things are good, this one thing is bad. That is what he or she will tell. And this agent again will spin up 10 other agents and then get things done and do the same. So this agent is going to run 24/7 in a loop, and then get things done whatever this guy intends. This is what is called loop engineering these days.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Kind of put it in a loose term, a kind of a supervisory agent, huh?
Correct. Yeah. So now this guy, he was having like multiple agents to do multiple things. Now he will have one agent in a loop. It is going to run until all these agents, I mean, it knows what agent to create also. If this person creates, tells, hey, create a like protein, whatever, right? Or create a design, create a 3D animation, or create a small movie, or actually I've seen many people doing it. Somebody says, hey, create a 1-minute animation for Tirukkural or some poem. Now this that's what this guy will tell. Take Tirukkural number 335 and make a video, 1-minute video. So this will take the Tirukkural number 335, let us say. It will create a text like story, and another will put music, and another will create animation, and then everything will be done. And at the end, you will get a ready-made video of whatever the poem you have, with some screenplay written, with beautiful music and beautiful animation. It's not only coding. Obviously, I'm giving a coding example because most of us are developers here. You want to, like, write some story about anything, or take big book Ponniyin Selvam or whatever, Shakespeare, and tell this agent, hey, take this book and make a 1-hour video. and it should look like 1,000-year-old. Make the costume 1,000-year or newer. Only you tell that one age supervisory agent whatever your intention is, and this everybody is going to make this one. And only complaint Sanchay has about this thing is, this is the best way for these AI companies to burn tokens and make money. Yes, our job is easier, but then if it runs for 8 hours, it will burn $50 of token. It's not cheap, right? So now the AI company is going to say, thank you very much. We will do everything for you. Give me $50, $100, $5,000. And companies are burning millions of dollars in tokens every month. Uber had this news a couple of months ago. Let me quickly search for you all. Yeah, okay. Let me share this news here. See, Uber exhausted its whole year's budget in 4 months, for example, right? And so if you want to burn money, like, and this is not small money, it is like multiple millions of dollars. Right? So if you are not careful, you will also burn. But anyway, that's a different story. So be careful about this token burning also. Okay. Now let us continue with our actual session today. This couple of topics, I just want to, keep you all updated. Okay, so now this AI has come a long way, and there are so many components here. They say artificial intelligence and machine learning. Machine learning is a machine learning and deep learning, and are actually the LLM model creation, which we are most probably not going to go into. And this LLM is what people have created, and that is the engine. Obviously, there is proprietary engines and free and open source engines. We, as users, might use either of them, right? Depending on the requirements. But, and one more thing I want to tell you, this LLM will, it is never 100% guaranteed. It will always going to hallucinate. It will always going to tell you lies at one point or the other. It is never 100% right, because it is not built upon real world models. There is something called real world models, and these LLMs are just next world predictors. They have zero understanding of what is this world. This we have to understand. So if we are using LLMs hallucinating, or these LLMs telling us lies with 100% confidence, is not a bug. It is a feature. Nobody can escape from sometimes this LLM hallucinating. That is
Jay,
why.
sorry to interrupt.
Good. Yeah, please share your knowledge. Yeah.
Jay, to get an analogy, is it much like a DB engine or a browser
No,
engine
no,
kind of
no,
stuff?
no, no, not DB engine at all. See, an RDBMS, any database engine, whatever you're giving, they are ACID compliant, in the sense they'll have the data integrity. If you say name equals J, you ask million time also, it will tell you name equals J only. If you say name equals select star name equal to, the databases actually every single rupee or dollar we have in your bank is kept in an RDBMS. That is reliable. Almost always the numbers will not change, right? But this is always the next token predictor. There is no guarantee it will, nobody can guarantee the next token is correct or right. So database systems like RDBMS especially are real. This is will hallucinate. This is never guaranteed. You ask in the morning, it will give you an answer. In the evening, maybe it will give another answer. Or there's lots of temperature parameters will vary. So we are nowhere near world model. These are all next token predictors only. 100%. 100%. So they will never ever give you in your bank, if you have, let us say, $1,000 or 1,000 rupees, you ask 1,000 times your 1,000 whatever currency is guaranteed. But in LLM, it is never guaranteed.
Understood. Jay, I confused it with the say that as with any technology, the fundamental rudimentary unit. I thought like for any AI kind of stuff, LLM now in this context happens to be the basic unit.
Correct.
Right?
Now, from the past 10 years, LLM is the only thing which exists in artificial intelligence. Now, there is lots of research happening in world model, but it is nowhere. Actually, the AI was mostly invented in Canada. I mean, there are three professors, and there is one person, I think, by name Hinton. He even got a Nobel Prize just this year for AI, along with another person, right? One second, yeah. Or let me take this URL and copy paste it here. Now, this person has been doing AI research from the past 40 years, patiently, right? And now, only because of him, these LLMs are possible. Okay, this person, Jeffrey Hinton, University of Toronto in Canada, got a Nobel Prize in physics for foundational discoveries that enable machine learning and artificial neural network. Okay, now this poor professor is doing AI research from 40 plus years. You cannot believe. Now only whatever he has made, we have come till here. Okay, he was like he finished right. So now to bring this real world model, we don't know. Maybe it'll take 4 years, it'll take 40 years. Maybe it is never possible. Maybe quantum computing has to come and do it. Okay. So he did, and then you cannot believe the struggle he has undergone. Like from 40 years he's doing, nobody believed. And there is also this thing called AI winter. Like 20 years ago, people thought there's no way this AI is going to work. Let us even stop doing this thing. But this person has been patiently doing AI from like 40 plus years, and only now his ideas only has become this LLM. Now there is okay. Honestly, this is the only other person I want to talk in this context. Now, one of this Hinton students is Jan Lee Kun. You cannot believe. From 20 years, he is adamantly doing research to make a real world model. Okay. He's struggling. And as on today, he's one of the greatest person in the world who is still adamantly doing a real world model. Right? I mean, real world model is like even an ant will know like what to eat, what not to eat. Like a tree will know like which direction to grow and what color is the leaves. Everything in the real world, like these are all basic things. But if this information is not there in the training data, this AI will not know. And the other biggest problem is AI does not say how to say no. It will tell a lie. That is another thing I was really surprised. Like, why don't this AI say, I don't know? and Sanjay gave me a long explanation, which I have not completely understood. And if you ask like any nonsense question you ask, he will give you some answer. Right? So now this person, Lee Kun, he is like, he's 66-year-old from like many, many years. He's got like multiple awards. In this whole world, he's one of the topmost guy who is adamantly saying, I'm going to like, either I'm going to die or I hate this LLMs and all these things because they got hallucination. I want to build a system which is based on the real life model, and it will have the common sense and basic knowledge.
Again, Jay, like it'll be like IPv4, IPv6.
Whatever. But the point is, this is a dead end.
Yeah.
LLMs are a dead end. And honestly, I'm telling you, this is the only thing Sanjay is not fully into AI. Sanjay says that this is a dead end. There's no way we are going to bet our life on this LLMs, right? Even though LLMs are
Very
useful,
true.
there are trillion-dollar companies, there are people making millions of dollars of money, and people are getting job, and we are learning. But as on today, the best we are having is LLM. This is what. So there's a tool. It's a blunt tool. It's an inefficient tool. But what to do? This is what we are going to use, right? And so be aware. Just because there is an LLM can give you 90% of your answers correctly, it is surely going to give you 10% of answers wrongly. That's for sure, undoubtable. Okay, but there are research happening where they're adamantly, but maybe it will take another 40 years, we don't know. But for now, let us go ahead with only LLMs. Okay, this is where we are. Okay, see now there are multiple areas. Like this is just a sample I want to give you. Like there are some LLMs which are search based, fact grounded. Like for example, see, there are many people in the world who will not even trust Wikipedia, but I trust Wikipedia. So, but somewhere it should have a ground reality, right? So there are few agents which are based on a current search and current fact based, and there are a few AI agents which are more creative and more conversational. If you want to ask it to write a poem, these guys will do a better job than any of these people, for example, to be creative. And then like specialist, like when it comes to technical knowledge, then Cohere and Mistral and DeepSeek are top class. And then for everyday help, these models are good. So before we start using models, we should know like what are its capabilities and strengths and weaknesses. What is it can do? A high level knowledge we should have. There is hundreds of other models as we saw yesterday. If you go to, let us go to here, sorry, hugging face, as you saw, there are 2.5 million models. Obviously there will be only like maybe 100 to 500 original models, but people take it and then fine tune it, make change and make it specialization, something for music and all those things, right? So there are so many models which are free and open source, which is available for any of us, right? But then this just picture says, okay, you really want to have like, only, let us say, fact based and then technical, you choose DeepSeek, for example. And then if you want it to be a little bit conversational, creative and very technical, use Mistral. So like this, you should like, carefully choose your model. That is the next slide I have. And obviously over time we are going to spend more time here, coming here, and then we are going to browse through at least top 100 models. What is their strengths, what is their weaknesses, and then how the world judges which is a good model, which is a bad model. This is a big study, but for now, as an introduction, I just want to tell you, like, there are so many models to choose from. Some of them proprietary, some of them free and open source. Obviously, if we want to play with, we are only going to choose a free and open source model, and then deploy it and in our own server, and then we are going to play with it. Okay, see now, okay, there are LLMs either running inside your company or provided by large provider vendor. How are you going to reach this LLM, which is in some other part of the world or sitting inside your data center, right? See, this chat platform, we all know, right? Actually, this is how they become famous, chat GPT, right? So this is one way, but that is not the only way. These days, if you see lots of mobile apps, they have an interface to connect to an LLM and get an answer. And programmatically, if you want, like an API, like you can use REST and WebSocket endpoints, so that if you have an application, some user want to have some question, right? Like if they want to have any questions about either your website or how is the weather and all, then you can have an agent running in the background which will go to this LLM and ask the questions and bring it back. So that is API. And these days voice interfaces are coming. Like when I'm traveling sometime, I ask either Claude or ChatGPT, because it's hands free, right? I don't want to pay attention to the phone type. I just ask Claude or even Gemini, like, tell me about Advaita or spirituality, or explain to me what is a warm-blooded animals and how did the warm-blooded animals evolve, and how is the thinking style different in a warm-blooded animal and a cold-blooded animal. Like, so all these questions I ask. Because I want to focus, pay attention on the road, and my eyes should be on the road and my hand should be on the steering, right? So these LLMs can be accessed using voice interfaces also. Okay, and then there is lots of embedded and IoT. Let us say there's a thermostat in your home. You need not even manually like turn the knob to increase the temperature inside or decrease. You can connect this to an AI, and then that AI is going to tell, hey, tomorrow there's going to be a snow, be ready, increase your temperature inside home. Or it's going to be, say, tomorrow is going to be very hot day, and at 9 o'clock it's going to be very hot. and switch on the AC at 8:30, right? So all those interactions is going to happen from now onwards. Lots of internet of devices, embedded devices, these tiny devices, they are going to be connected to the AI and they will become intelligent. Like they know to make decisions. It's not that they know, they're connected to an LLM and they'll send, hey, weather is increasing or whatever, or even the LLM will know, okay, there is this IoT here somewhere, and I have to tell it tomorrow there's going to be snow based on the weather network, right? So lots of internet of these devices and the embedded devices, they are going to be connected to AI and they are going to be become intelligent. And obviously, if the AI hallucinates, it is going to, like, make it 100 degrees Celsius. Or if if the LLM tells, hey, tomorrow it's going to be snow, when there is no snow, then heating is going to be on and we are going to be in trouble. There are potential possibilities for any of these things to happen. But then obviously it is our job to have set some sort of sanity in this thing. Like, we can, if you're setting up some embedded devices, those tiny devices, thermostat or anything, you can't believe, like my car, how much is the air tire pressure, it shows in my dashboard. So when I found that out, I learned that there is an embedded device inside my tire which measures the pressure inside and displays in my dashboard, and then it also alerts if the pressure goes down or too much, then it alerts, right? So now in theory, any it can be hacked, or some LLM can tell, hey, by mistake, your pressure is low, and it'll keep on adding pressure or whatever it's going to do. It might burst a tire. We don't know. I'm just telling you the other possibilities. But you can connect at least multiple ways to the intelligence of the large language model today. Chat platform is not the only way to do it, is what I would like to stress. Anybody has got any question on this slide?
Well taken. Understood.
Thank you. Okay, I mean, we are all introduced with chat form also, but then be ready. This dev tools and IDE, actually, I'll be happy to share you for 2 minutes. See, now, this is my IDE. Actually, this website SaturdAI.com, this is how I have developed. Like, and some of you might see, I have 3 Claude command lines here, and I was actually working in parallel. Like, I'll give a command, it will take 5 minutes to answer, and then I'll leave it, and then I'll go here, and then it will take 1.5 minutes, and then this taken 2 minutes, and then because this takes 5 minutes and this has come back already, now I'm going to tell it, say for example, add 2 more slides about ethics of AI. Okay, you're seeing me live using a command based inside a VS Code. There are 16 slides, right? As you can see here, there are 17 slides, including the first slide, right? Now, when this guy comes back, at the end, you might see that there are no ethics of AI, right? So now I did not tell anything. And as this is working, I can also tell this guy, add about potential job losses and who will gain jobs in the next 5 years. Okay, so I'm just adding it, and this one is thinking now, and look, it is just adding those slides as I'm speaking. And then I can be talking to you, I can be watching a video, and I know many vibe coders, this is what they do. They will have like 8 shells open, continuously they'll keep on giving commands, do this. Obviously, people also do agentic AI. I also do it sometime. But you see here, till 16 was there, 17, 18, 19, it just added, as you can see here, and it is editing, and parallelly it is editing here. And then here also I can tell it, hey, do security, do that, or make it colorful or anything. Okay, so now I'm my job is to supposed to read this and just validate everything is good, as you can see here. And also I want to show you here in this other slide of intro to AI. Right, you would have only seen 3 slides, right? 3 slides here, and here 17 slides. Now in next few minutes, I will quickly want to show you here. Mostly I'm going to say yes, because this is not my credit card. I mean, what I mean is there's no critical information here, right? So I ask question, and this guy is sincerely working hard. And then in a couple of minutes, you're going to see how this AI or LLM is integrated to my VS Code. And I'm building this application as we talk. And I also integrated previously to you playwright. You all see here, this playwright is actually testing. So not only it is doing, it is also testing what it has been done. And so that as from a GUI, like from a graphical user, it will open up and it will judge, okay, is this color, is this correct, is the rectangle okay, all those things. And it is verifying the slide is rendering correctly, clean, well balanced, matches the text style, data is grounded, verified visually, not deployed. We want to push it, go, right? And here in parallel, see, not, and this is how anybody becomes a 3x engineer. Like you have multiple sessions and keep on giving. And I know people who work like 16 hours a day this way. Like they go home, watch TV, put this one, and then have dinner and then do this. And actually I want to show you, this can be done your phone also, like deploy everything as an unrelated intervention beyond intro. How do you want to deploy everything? Only intro. Wait, because these two guys are working in parallel, they're fighting. So let me do it together. Deploy everything. I'll patiently wait, because sometimes if they're working on the same thing, you know what, I'll push everything. And it is doing a git commit, as you saw here. It did like others, pushing to main and running in the background, and this is also running in the background. I'm not using agentic AI because I'm very cautious. I could have put all these things in a .md file. I would have left this agent, but I want to be extremely careful. That's why I'm not using any of these agents, because it's a good practice not to start using agents in the initial days when you become expert, and after teaching all these things, like, see now, I can put it to agent.md and I can get it done. But then at least in the initial days, at least for the first week, we have to, like, ask it and tell it and educate it and make it to learn. And then everything is good. Then we can take our hands off and say, okay, enough, you go and build it, because already it knows what is my like, what is my dislike, what design I want, and all those details, right? Okay, stay with me for 2 more minutes. Push to main, running 2 shell commands, committed and pushed. So in few seconds, let us go back here. There are only 3 slides, right? Information is still coming. It is getting deployed, I believe. Oh yeah, it is still running in the background. It is not like complete. See, it's still running in the background. And it has burned 1,600 tokens. That details also as you are seeing here. And I've given this medium effort only. If I have to give high effort, it will do an awesome job. But look, it has got deployed, pushed, and live. So now, if I refresh this page, now you only see 3, right? And I asked it to do more ethics, one more ethics. So 1, 2, this is our old slide. This is 3, our old slide. And this slide, it just added right now, right? Okay. This slide, it has added with whatever information it has added because I asked it. So what it's saying is the postal service clerks, they're going to lose their job, and bank tellers and related clerks going to lose their job, and data entry. Because we have this OCR, optical character recognizing, nobody need to look somewhere and enter the data. You take any picture, it is going to read your data and give all the output the way you want it, right? So this is where people are going to lose job, and the places where it is going to, I mean, there's going to be more job opportunities. Obviously, AI and machine learning specialists, big data specialists, fintech engineers, software and app developers with AI skills, and some of these things is giving. But the only point I'm trying to tell you is, I asked for a page addition. As you saw, within 5 minutes, this page is ready. Okay. And even in week 1 LLMs, there were 17. Now you see there is 19. 2 slides it added as we were discussing. Right? Here, not deployed. Okay. Push it to prod. And it's taken 6 minutes. That 6 minutes, when it is working, I'm doing something else. And then I'm coming back here. So it added 2 new slides. And then I'm saying, hey, go to prod. So this count in few minutes, if you come back and see, this is going to increase working in the background. Okay, so the next slide, what we were looking is, there are multiple ways to use AI. It can also be code-aware editor plugins, such as Claude or whatever. Everybody has got this. And then there is Claude for Excel and a Chat GPT for Excel and all those things. So there are more than 16 ways how to, 16 channels, I should say, to use this AI. Okay. Now, next slide. Yes.
Just a question there.
Sure, please.
So you added 2 slides. Okay.
Yeah.
How many tokens has been burnt?
Good question.
And then if you see it from the commercial point of view, how much it would have costed?
See, there are few cents only. And see, if you want those numbers, I think it is $20 per million tokens or something like that. So this will send like 5 rupees, 10 rupees only, or 5 cents, 10 cents only each of these things, right? Cost of a million token in, let us start with Claude only. I mean, for million tokens, 1 million tokens is just $1 to $25, depending on what type you're asking, right? So now that's a good question. Obviously, we have to keep this cost component also in mind. So as you let us see, how much it burned. It was showing, right, how many tokens it was burning and all here. I don't even know if this can access, but you see here 447 tokens from the past 2 minutes. right? So 447 tokens is nothing, right? Because even a million token is just few dollars.
Okay.
Correct. So it is not like very expensive. Oh, the reason why it is not expensive is because this is all investors' money. And if you, as you asked this question, let us also spend few minutes here, and to tell you, let us ask, like, the OpenAI is the biggest joke. How much cents does it cost for OpenAI to serve 1 cent worth of token? They are actually running at a loss. Is what I can tell you. They are burning investors' money to generate OpenAI cost nearly 2 cents. To generate 1 cent of tokens, it costs them two cents. So they're losing money because they want customer. Now, when we get all the taste of this thing and how easy it is and all, then they will make it 3 cents because they want to make profit, right? But these are all sampling they're giving. But another good news for us is, okay, this also I want to tell you, this I think GLM, LLM, you cannot believe this Chinese model are so cheap, like they are 10 times cheaper. Like as you can see, the GLM models are $1.4 per million tokens for input and 4.4 million tokens for the output. You know what? Compare token cost of 10 LLMs. Right. So yeah, see, for 1 million tokens, I don't know, this is only 4 cents, the cheapest overall in high volume. Right. So now, like 1 million token, what I'm burning is only few hundred tokens. Right. And Gemini 2.5 is 8 cents. 8 cents is like 8 rupees, right? Approximately. 8 rupees for a million token is like awesome. Right. Oh, 1 second. There's one more thing also I want to tell you. How many A4 pages is a million token? So it will cost you 10 cents for nearly 1,500 pages worth of query and answering. For 1,500 pages worth of questioning and answering, it will cost us 8 rupees or 8 cents. It will write you 1,500 pages of story for 8 rupees or 8 cents. So it is not very expensive if you use it carefully. Okay. Question?
Okay. See, I'm just looking at
okay.
more from the estimation perspective. Okay.
1 second, Mohan. Go ahead, Shankar.
Yeah, okay. Apart from the cost,
Yeah.
you ask the AI to giving 2 questions, it answered. Of course, you already told that all answers will not be correct. It may be 90% correct.
Correct.
Whatever it is given, how to validate it? Yourself validate or using some other method?
That is where we survive. That is where our job is. Oh, there are okay. Validation. Okay. Before I tell you how to validate this, I want to tell you this fact. Now, let us assume there are 10 workers in a company, and everybody becomes 2x, 3x, and they fire 5 people. And even these remaining 5 people, as I told you earlier, let us assume I want to upgrade Kubernetes cluster. I'm one of these 5%. And then this, and I'm not an expert in Kubernetes. And it tells, okay, if you want to upgrade, you have to delete this existing Kubernetes cluster, build a new one, and migrate the data. Let us assume it says that. Or I'm asking, hey, I want to upgrade this database. Let us assume it tells, okay, to upgrade a database, you build like a new database, delete the old database and move the data. If it says, and if I drop the production database, my manager is going to fire me. He's not going to fire the AI, right? I will lose my job, 100%. There is no excuse, sir. This dog ate my homework. This AI gave me wrong answer. This AI misguided me. None of those stories is going to fly. They're going to tell me, look, I hired you as an expert. Whether you use AI or not, that is not my problem. You used AI, and then if this misguided me and the production database is down, the Kubernetes cluster is down, and our customers are screaming, you are fired, right? So the buck starts with the human, right? So that is why, as you saw, I'm not even using agentic AI yet. If I put agentic AI, it can do whatever hell it wants, and then it might burn tokens, it will put some ugly pictures, whatever. No. And as you saw, I'm pressing enter every single time. I don't want to give it full control. So accountability and responsibilities with the person who is using the AI, and AI will give 10% of wrong answers, at least 5% of wrong answers. So see, it will write you 100 pages, okay? You ask any question, give me a theory of relativity from the point of view of an ant. Something you're going to ask, it will write you 100 pages in 2 minutes. But it is my job to verify it and validate it if I'm capable. If it is all mistakes and lies, then my name is at stake, my job is at stake, and I'm in trouble. So that is why even this my technical work, when I give it, every single line I stare. And you cannot believe 1 year ago, whatever the script it gives, I wrote another script to search for, is there any delete, update, like remove, RM, all those commands are there or not. I look and stare into it. Because if this AI gives me a script and somewhere it says delete, remove, or remove access, or destroy, eliminate, my job is gone. That is why I always look every single line of this thing it gives, and I always put it in the development environment first and the QA environment next, then only I release to production. Okay, so whatever AI gives answer, everybody is open to get to that answer. But when we use it, when we deploy it, when we give it to others, our job is at stake. That we should be careful. Right, Shankar? And okay, there are other ways also I'm seeing. There is this concept of supervisory AI. So what it does is, it takes your question and gives it to 5 AIs. And then it will get back all 5 answers and then turn it and rotate it. Hey, look, is this answer correct? That answer correct? And all those things will come, and all five LLMs has to come to an agreement, and then only it will take the answer. But the problem is, it will cost you 10 times, because you are making an AI, like 4 other AI, to validate what one AI gave you the answer, right? So, I mean, that is a workaround. Really, you are in a near death situation, and you have to absolutely rely on some LLM. Then one of the way they're telling is, okay, any question you're asking, give it to 5 LLMs, and then take one LLM's answer and ask the other, hey, is this correct? Are you sure? Can you reconfirm? And then like mix and match and make them a committee, and then get one single answer, and then you can use it. But it will cost you 10 times more. That is one approach, right? So we should be careful. Always take any of these answers with a pinch of salt. No answer is guaranteed to be 100%. If I'm using it, I am accountable and responsible, because I am the person in real life going to use it. Okay, super. If no,
Murali here. Sorry, one question.
Please.
Murali here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, I put in the chat box also. Earlier you mentioned about open source LLM and proprietary LLM. Can you just give some examples of each?
Yeah. Sure. That's very easy. Like, see, the list is big. Like for example, I know Cohere has got an open source version and also proprietary version. Mistral has got an open source version and a free and proprietary version. And Google is a big example. Like Google has got their own awesome, very powerful, best in class LLMs called Gemini. And they also release a smaller version of Gemini called Gemma for the general public to use. Okay. So, and this ChatGPT is not open source. Quinn is 100% open source. DeepSeek is 100% open source. Perplexity is not. Meta has got Llama open source, and they also use it inside. ChatGPT is not. Gemini, there's an equivalent. And if you go to here, almost all of these millions of this thing, they are free and open source. Otherwise, it will not even come here. If it is in Hugging Face, almost always it is a free and open source model which you can use.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Pleasure. Yeah, I mean it's very easy. If it is open source, it will be available on the internet and you will be able to download. If you cannot download, then it means it is not open source. I mean it's proprietary and it is some company's property. Okay.
But we can buy, right? I mean, if for our application, if we need it, this proprietary, okay, the proprietary means it is there for internal use, or you have to not
they
publicly
will not
available,
give it,
but
I
you
don't
can
think
pay.
Give you for very rarely they'll give you for internal use.
So
they won't.
Okay, so you have to pay.
Use them. You have to go to cloud.ai.
Okay.
And then use it. Like for example, see, I'm here, right? I mean, this is what everybody ChatGPT you use, right? See, now this is a proprietary model. I have no clue about their LLM. Okay. Now I cannot buy it, but there are cloud vendors who will serve it for you privately. You cannot say, hey, in my company, can I download your cloud and I can run? They're not going to allow you. But you can use only hosted somewhere else, which is completely controlled by cloud. You can consume it, but they'll not give you the LLM. Like you can ask, what color is the sky, right? So they are using LLM engine somewhere else in the world. That is their secret sauce. But I'm only consuming. You cannot take this LLM and then train it, fine tune it, change it, and put your company data and do it. No, they are not going to allow you. For that, there are lots of other open source LLMs, open weight LLMs, all those things. Right? There are like this 10 cent, I just randomly selected here. It is so huge. It is like 299 billion parameters, free and open source. This needs at least a server with 300 GB of RAM. Like my desktop has got 16 GB of RAM. And then this server which itself will cost like $100,000. For example, I mean, it's such a big thing. It's such a great thing. You can do that. But there are tiny 100 MB models, 1 GB models, which we can run in your laptop also. Okay, Murali? So,
okay. So I somewhere read all the Chinese LLMs are all open source models. So compared to American one, American is still close one. Is it still a correct statement?
No. You see here, this Gemini and Gemma is Google and American. So there's a proprietary version, free and open source version. And this Meta, they have Llama, free and open source, and they are also theirs only. So at least I'm seeing Grok, there's no open source. See, US companies also, a couple of them are maybe 10 open source large language models you can find. But Chinese are 10 times better. Or for the same price, they're 10 times cheaper. Chinese model. For the same $1, if ChatGPT or Claude is giving you 1 million token, you use this Quen or DeepSeek or any other thing, like they'll give you 10 million tokens for the same $1 for similar quality.
Just like
How about the
Chinese products are dumped in India like that actually.
No, Murali, it is completely wrong. I'm sorry. They're smartest people. Out of their great heart, they're giving it for free. I mean, for whatever reason, Chinese government is supporting all their companies to give free.
No,
It
no.
is
What
a
I'm saying
goodness
is,
blessing. They're
if
not
you,
dumping. That's not the right word.
okay.
We are thankfully using them
See,
cheaply of
no,
great
because
quality LLM.
they want to ultimately dominate the world. So it's like they
No,
give it
Murali.
now.
No, wait. No, you can, okay, that is the beauty. You can go here, you can take all this Chinese model, download to India and serve in India. You're not even dependent on them. You're not chained to them. You have complete freedom, right? You're not chained. You download.
Okay.
That's the greatness of this open source. It needs a great heart to share. And they're sharing for free.
Which I am saying is by doing that one, people in the world will move away from the non-Chinese LLMs.
Sorry, what do
In
you
terms
mean?
of, I mean, not developed by the Chinese people, no? The like you just now mentioned few names, right? The one Chinese LLMs.
Yeah.
So they will take over. Like
they're not taking over. They're giving you for free.
Okay.
No. I think the Jay, the question that Murli is trying to find out is that what is the motivation for the Chinese to do something for cheap? Okay.
It is not cheap. It is free.
It is free.
Thank you.
So you do it free.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the business case?
Okay. There are multiple reasons they do it. One is they want their engineers to be the world's best class engineers. Only when they develop it and then make it stronger, China will have the best engineers in the world, right? And the reason why companies, there are multiple reasons why companies give free and open source software. It is to attract people. Now, let us say Claude, there is 1,000 engineers sitting in San Francisco and they're building Claude. Now, let us say somebody sitting in, say, New York is a phenomenal engineer. He will not get a job in there because he doesn't have anything to tinker. Now, let us assume Claude is open source. This New York engineer sitting in New York or some other part of the world, he can look at the code and he can make an improvement and then release it back to them. For example, correct? So, if it is open source, the whole world is welcome to participate. So, Chinese government may want best engineers and best products for their citizen. That is why they not only made it open source for their country, they made it free and open source for the whole world. So they want contributions from the whole world to make it better. And they don't mind if somebody in Bangalore or somebody in Calgary takes the whole LLM and runs it here in Bangalore or Calgary. It needs a, right? So they want their country to be number one in AI so that their country want to benefit. So they not only open source inside their country, they open source it to the whole world. That needs a great heart. Like very rarely even US companies do it. I mean, capitalist countries, they don't want to give anything for free. But China decided, we not only we want to, develop and support AI for our citizens, let the whole world enjoy this benefit. It is free and open source, and they're also serving for cheap for you. That is secondary part. But this DeepSeek today, you can go to here and in 5 minutes you can download this DeepSeek, which 10 times cheaper than anybody in the world. Correct? But that is the second benefit. Is the point I'm trying to tell you now. See, DeepSeek AI Pro, right? Click this button and you can deploy and download whatever you want to do. 100% free and open source, right? So we should be thankful. And then anybody in Bangalore, anybody in Calgary can download this humongous top class, awesome 1.6 trillion parameter model and then make money out of it. Chinese people, Chinese government, or even the deep sea company, they'll not stop you. If you deploy it in Bangalore and then you serve for 1 billion people and you make money, they'll not stop you.
Okay, quite interesting.
Yeah, which is very unique, and I'm actually thankful to them, honestly. See, anything else, and also people say it is cheap quality. No, they are the best quality in the world. And one proof is the Apple iPhones. Like they're the best phones made in China. Still, right? So it is not that China means low quality. They can also make low quality. They can also make best quality. And this AI, not only they are making it best quality in the whole world, they are also sharing it to the whole world for free. And surely they have invested tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars to develop all these things. And they are giving it all for free. So we should thank them, appreciate them, and use it for our benefit. And contribute back. Honestly, anybody who has got like computer science degree, take DeepSeek and then look into the code and all those things. And if you can make it faster, better, you can create a pull request and go back to this DeepSeek website. Hey, I can improve your things better. Please add this. They'll be happy to take the code also. They're not going to say no because they want the whole world to contribute. But then it is not an easy task because they have the best AI engineers in the world, which is proven repeatedly. Okay, Mohan, all good?
Yes, yes.
Super. Anybody else got any other question?
I just want to check, how about the results that DeepSeek find that they use? Would it be something similar to
your audio is cutting.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, better now. Yeah.
So my question is, how about the responses that it generates? Is it similar to what we get on Claude or
90+% better. And there's lots of benchmark. See, anyway, everybody's 10% liars only.
Okay.
Like 5%, everybody's liar only. Now this guy is like 10% liar at 1/10 the cost.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And these people every month they're improving. Like from 90%, 91%, 92%, 93%. Then these US models, they increase 120%. Then they'll go 95, 98, and then they'll go back. And these people sometimes are like, when it comes to truthfulness, they're like 95% of any best model in the world. But the beauty is that for that price, for that quality, they are 10 times cheaper. Like not 10%, 10 times. So yeah, go ahead.
Cost-wise, if we compare these models,
because they have optimized it so awesomely well. And there is also one reason for that, because NVIDIA is the #1 GPU chips in the world, and US banned giving these GPU chips to Chinese people. Even today, they only gave 5-year-old, 10-year-old, like US government allowed very, very old rejected GPUs to be sold to China. So China has to take tiny GPUs and they have to look at the code and optimize it and make it so good. So if you have, like, let us say $100,000 GPU, the same thing, they will run the same speed with a $10,000 GPU. That is how they become 10 times more efficient.
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
Pleasure. Yeah. And now for the first time, this GLM, which I was showing to you for a few minutes ago, there is this model called GLM. You cannot believe it is 100% made in China chips only from Huawei. This one. And you cannot believe, like last month, this is the best model in the whole world. And they 100% developed it with Huawei model, not NVIDIA, for the first time ever. So NVIDIA is crying now. If NVIDIA were to supply all these GPUs to China, they would not have taken this seriously. They also would not have optimized this much, and they would be continue to buy NVIDIA GPU. But now US government says don't sell this NVIDIA GPU to China. The Chinese government supported this Huawei, and now they only developed all these GPUs.
That's
Right?
great to hear.
Sorry?
That's great to hear, I said.
I know, like hardware also they've developed and software also, because from the past 10 years, they're working on 1/10 the size of the hardware. Now they have hardware and they have very optimal software. So who can beat them? Right? Yeah, so see here, this LLM, okay, yeah. So now let us take few more minutes for some of the performance, okay. See, you see when it comes to software SW Bench Pro, this GLM 5.2 is 62.1 is its score. This Claude Anthropic is 69. And this guy, ChatGPT, OpenAI, is even not as good as this 1/10 the cheap model. So if you use ChatGPT, it has only scored 58.6. So this is, ZLM is better than ChatGPT and 1/10 the price of ChatGPT, right? And look at this other score, like some terminal bench 2.1. This guy is like nearly at the top. N2L repo, this guy is top, not as good. Deep software bench or whatever, this guy is not very further away. And if you look at this program bench, this guy is beating Google's Gemini and very close to Anthropic and OpenAI. And this guy, is like, very close to, when it comes to MCP Atlas, very close to Anthropic and better than OpenAI, ChatGPT, and better than Google's Gemini, right? So humanities last exam, this guy scored 50.47. Yeah, so for 1/10 the price, if I'm 95% as good as anybody else, people will choose this only. That is the second part of serving. But this is free. You can download in Bangalore and Calgary. You can sell it. You can do whatever hell you want. It is free. But if they sell it from China on the Chinese chips, it is 10 times cheaper. Right? So all the information is public. No hiding, no lying and all. This information is publicly benchmarked. You can also download and all these benchmarks and you can test it out yourself. No hiding. And this is, everybody has to agree for this fact. There's no lies here. Right? Because they have the standard testing and benchmarking and all those things they do here in every single of these open source models. Okay, super. So now we are past 1.5 hours. I need some feedback because I'm going. I don't know. Are you all feeling that I'm going slow? Because I only covered 4 slides today. There's lots of storytelling and answering, which I'm focusing on. Because first week I want to give the big picture of the ground reality, how everything is. And even if I want to go slow, I'm going slow. But then if you say no, if you all say we want the slides to faster, decrease the storytelling, I'll be happy. I can go either way. You can type your comment also.
Just one thing, Jay. Maybe questionings, we can have it at the last 15 minutes.
That's
something like that.
Sure. We can do that. Anybody has got any other feedback?
Fine, Jay. Don't mind time.
Okay, like go with the flow is your recommendation. Exactly. Super.
Yeah. Even this week's prolonged, I don't mind.
Correct. Because we are learning about broadly.
Yeah. See, more of the things that like more brainstorming and like more perspectives will evolve into an next version and other versions fine-tuned.
Correct. Yeah.
Not missing out anything.
Super. Anybody else?
Slow and steady wins the race.
For sure, yeah.
Thank you. Don't mind about these things. I'm comfortable, pretty comfortable.
Thank you. Anybody else got any other comments, please?
Okay. Thanks, Jay. I need to drop off. I'll
Super.
join
Yeah, yeah.
tomorrow.
No problem.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Thank you.
day. Bye
Good
for
night.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'll
Anybody
catch up
feel
later,
free to
Jay.
log off. Sorry.
I'll catch up later, Jay.
Super. Yeah. Feel free to log off anybody and give
Sure,
me
sure.
some feedback, or let us meet tomorrow. Like around 2.5 hours from now.
Thank you, Jay. Even I have to
Pleasure.
drop off, but
Thanks.
I
Okay.
really appreciate the time and patience that you have taken for all this.
No,
Thank you so much.
I'm also learning. I'm benefiting out of this thing. Yeah, I'm happy that you're all gaining some benefit out of it. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, thank you, Jay. This is Shruti. Yeah,
okay.
It's wonderful to hear these stories and gain knowledge, a lot of things that we are not at all aware of. Yeah, thank you.
This I've been learning with Sanjay from the past like 3-4 years, because all these questions I've asked him. There's nothing I've learned. Every single thing, like this page, even this hugging face, he introduced me and he showed me all these things, how to go. And he said, this is the benchmark, like nobody can lie. And even I and you can follow this benchmark, like, step by step, and we can also arrive at the conclusion. Every information is public. So, like every question, like everybody ask any question, I only recall, okay, Sanjay told me this that day, so this is the answer, this is where I should go. So, and yeah, I'm happy. And even Sanjay told me about this place and all those things. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Shruti. Anybody else?
Thank you.
Yeah, Jay. Aditya here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with respect to pacing, I think it's fine because
Okay.
see, we are talking about something which is not polished yet, right? When the entire world is moving towards it, I second what Doraisamy Surendran had mentioned.
Okay.
It's okay to brainstorm because as you were speaking, I've opened 5 tabs. There is Reddit. I was discussing, why Chinese. So it seems one of the answers is like they want to compete with US on the open market. Like
Correct.
how Linux makes more money than Microsoft, right? They want their tooling to be the default one. So, so those things I never thought about, even though I'm exploring all these things. So I think the pacing will catch up to the speed, considering all of us are from different backgrounds. We cannot put one single number and say, this is gonna work out. So I think it's on us to do the learning. You are giving us the seeds. Yeah, you are giving us the seeds so that I can open the tabs and read about it. GLM is something new that I learned today.
I see. Good point.
It's all perfect. I'm excited to wake up this early from Indian Standard Time, 6:30.
Oh my God. Thank you, sir. These good words makes me happy and makes me to learn more and share with you all. Thank you very much for this feedback.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Jay, for me,
thank
the
you,
way
Jay.
we going.
Thank you, Jay.
Sorry, one by one. Shankar, please go ahead. Yuvraj, please wait.
Yeah. Thank you, Jay. It is nice. It is nice. But whenever we Indian think about Pakistan or China, we will have some other security information. Why they are giving free? Like our Reliance will give free and Jio, then they will charge. So our mind, Indian mind will go, why China is, they may steal the data or other things. That security point of view will
Yeah. See, obviously, they're going to benefit out of this in a big way because now their models, the whole world is validating. Correct? If everybody in the world is used, but I'm only seeing from my point of view. And see, I also agree. I also don't buy Chinese products, and I'm also scared of Chinese people. Their intention could be bad. But if somebody is giving an open source software, right, that person we should thank and hug them and support them because they're giving us freely, and we can take it, run it inside Bangalore, and give it to 1 billion people. He cannot control, he cannot know, he cannot do anything, and we can take from them and we can improve. Correct, no?
As long as there are no backdoor approaches.
The whole code is free, no? Every single line of code is free. We can put a lens and read all the billion lines of code. And we can ask AI, hey, scan everything and see if there is any backdoor.
Right. Possible, but we never know.
No, I've been reading. Aditya, no, wait a second. I'll tell you. See, I've been a Linux guy from the past 26 continuous years, okay? People tell, oh, Linux, that, this, and all those things, backdoor, and all those stories people might tell. But the ground reality is, if there are millions of eyes looking at the code, there won't be any bugs also. There won't be hidden backdoor also. If somebody is publishing it open source, that guy will not even have a courage to put a backdoor, because million eyes are going to see that. That guy will be ashamed. Fundamentally, they themselves will not put. Even if it put, in few hours, some idiot in some corner of the world will find out and publish it.
True. Like open source works like that. Yeah.
Correct. So that is why I can trust everything with open source. Obviously, when I take open source, I'll also be cautious. As you said, is there a backdoor? Who tested it? Should I test it? Should I look into every line? But for the past 26 years, I'm using Linux, and I like this laptop you see is Linux. All of my servers is Linux, and I heard Microsoft Windows, and Linux is like 100% free and open source software. And I've never heard, hey, Linux kernel, there's a backdoor kept by US government, Chinese government, Russian government. It is not even possible.
True. That makes sense. So I think as per the Reddit answers, they want market share and they want to compete. And what you said about NVIDIA, I didn't know, because NVIDIA has become such a common word now. 20 years back, we used to use it only for gaming.
Video gaming.
Video games, right? 2004, 2003, NVIDIA was like, the go-to graphic card. It still is. But anybody beyond the gaming circle would never know the word.